My name's Matt. I'm one of the directors from LifeVac Europe.
And I'm Jo. I'm with Project CPR, and I'm a resuscitation practitioner and a paramedic. And we're going to show you about the LifeVac today.
We manufacture LifeVac in Devon for the UK, Europe, Middle East and Africa to be used when first aid fails or cannot be performed. We save thousands of lives in a choking emergency from as young as 2 months old to up to 105 years of age.
It's the only medically regulated device through the MHRA, and the RCUK has actually just issued an updated statement that's quite promising, saying they cannot recommend for or against anti-choking devices, but in the future, with more research, I have hope that that will be positive.
Hopefully. There's 15 peer-reviewed medical publications behind LifeVac, from cadaver studies, randomized mannequin studies, real-life safe studies and comparison studies. So hopefully in the next 3 to 4 years, we become a mandatory part of first aid instead of the current legal option.
It's trusted by NHS healthcare professionals and first responders all over the world. We're used in the education sector, it's used in hospitality and domestic, like our homes.
So this is LifeVac. Every bellow that we get blow molded in Ireland is with exact measurements to create safe and effective suction. It's got 2 patented discs, patented one-way safety valve system. So when you depress, all the air comes through the vent and the valve, not through the mask, so it can't lodge the obstruction further down. You pull, it dislodges the obstruction of the upper airway.
It's important that you get the right size mask on the person. So the way that you size it, these are anesthetic grade face masks. They look like an eggshell. So the top of the egg goes in the bridge of the nose, and the bottom of the egg should fit in the dip of the lip. If it sits below the lip, the dip of the lip, it's too big. If it sits on the lip, it's too small, and you need to change your sizing.
To put the mask into the base of the LifeVac, it's a really simple process. Put your thumb inside the mask, put 4 fingers on the outside, and then hold the base, the yellow disc, and you push and twist at the same time. The masks are tapered, so they go up slightly like this. We design the bottom of the disc to do the opposite, so it's the tapering that keeps it nice and firmly in place.
So when you're placing this on the face of a person, you use your hand in a C shape to hold the hard part of the mask. This means that you're going to get a good seal on the top, the sides, and the bottom. You place it on the face and use your dominant hand to push down and pull back firmly, and that's what creates the negative pressure suction. All right, so Matt is wearing a choking vest trainer so that we can show you the proper first aid if someone is choking that you must do before you deploy the LifeVac. So if Matt was coughing and sputtering and choking a little bit and he's able to move air effectively, I'm not gonna touch him. I'm just gonna encourage him to cough. If he stops coughing, isn't moving air, or can't make noise, then we know we need to intervene. So the first step is 5 back blows. In order to give effective back blows, can I get you actually over on this side so I can use my dominant hand? I'm gonna get him to turn to the side. Lovely. So I have to brace Matt's body so that he doesn't fall forward when I hit him. I'm gonna use the palm of my hand in the center of his back and tip him forward just slightly. And then I'm gonna give 5 back blows. And if that doesn't work, we're gonna move on to abdominal thrusts. So at this point, I ask Matt to move his legs a little bit so I can put my leg between and wrap my arms around his abdomen. I'm gonna make a fist. The thumb knuckle is pointing in, and I'm gonna find his belly button and go up 2 fingers. That's where the fist goes, and then I'm gonna scoop in and up in a J motion. Ready? And you do that 5 times. The obstructions came out, but if they didn't, and then Matt collapsed. We're gonna then use the LifeVac anti-choking device.
So at this point, first aid hasn't worked. They're semi-unconscious, unconscious. This is when LifeVac comes into play. Push and twist the mask into place. Obstruction in Charlie. Top of the mask goes on the bridge of the nose between the eyebrows. Bottom of the mask between the bottom lip and chin. C shape, hold the mask firmly in place. Depress and pull back sharp and quick.
Now you can use a LifeVac in several positions. Before we show you the other positions, Matt will tell you when the best time to deploy this is and how many times to use it.
So we try to cover every scenario in 3 different areas. So if you're a single rescuer and first aid hasn't worked, and casualties semi-unconscious, unconscious, laying on the floor, we advise to use LifeVac up to 5 times only. If you have 2 rescuers, LifeVac can be used in conjunction with CPR. So one person's doing CPR, the second person's continue using the LifeVac device. Now, if the casualty is conscious due to a physical disability such as muscular dystrophy and they can't receive all traditional first aid, then LifeVac can be used more than 5 times on a conscious casualty.
As many times as you need to until they go unconscious, really.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you can use it in sitting in a chair position, either from the front or the back. So that's what we'll show you next.
Now, if someone's sitting down in a wheelchair, for example, and you're doing it by yourself, you don't want to come to the casualty, be thinking, okay, how do I hold the LifeVac? The way I feel comfortable holding the LifeVac is between my middle finger and index finger, like scissors. You always want to bring yourself to the casualty, never try to bring the casualty to you. When you bring yourself to the casualty, pull the head back so you can see what you're doing. The mask goes over the mouth and nose, and as you're holding the mask in place, creating that good seal, you're naturally still supporting the head into your chest or your stomach. Hand on the handle, in, out, hard and quick.
So there's also a 2-person method. Say someone's in a wheelchair or stuck up against a wall, you can't get behind them, or you're not comfortable behind them, say they're bigger than you can use it from the front as well. So he's gonna hold Charlie's head while I can hold the mask on his face, push, and pull back firmly. So there's also a self-application method. This has saved over 300 lives already for people who've been home alone or on their break at work. So you would just place it on your face the same way that you would for someone else and push and pull back firmly. And Matt here is lovely going to demonstrate it for us. And you use it as many times as you need to.
And a big thank you to Joe from Project CPR helping create this video.
Thank you so much. We teach parents online first aid, because who has the time to go and do a first aid class? And we teach LifeVac in all of our pediatric first aid for educators classes that we do for schools and nurseries. And our goal is just to make parents feel more prepared for an emergency and less worried about it in the day in, day out. So check out projectcpr.life if you want to learn more.
And our long-term goal at LifeVac is obviously to become a mandatory part of first aid. We envision LifeVac to be like defibrillators, public access. And what we like to say, if it's chewable, it's chokeable. So anywhere there's food, there's a risk of choking.
Thanks for watching, and come back to this video anytime you need a refresher. And keep practicing using your LifeVac so that you're not panicking if you ever need to use it. You've got a test mask in every single kit, so put it on and get to work.